I start. I swat.
Whoa, whoa, baby, poke it out, poke it out, poke it out.
What's up, everyone? Yes, another video. We're going crazy this week, trying to get all these videos and streams out as much as possible. I'm having the time of my life doing it, by the way. The New Orleans Saints play the Jacksonville Jaguars this week, and that means one thing. I have to preview the game myself, but I also have to give Madden a chance to see what it has to say about the game. It predicted us to lose by 1 point against Tampa Bay, but it predicted Teddy Bridgewater's stat line. Predicted 4 touchdowns and 300 yards. Quite insane. Predicted he threw it 40 times. He threw it 30. Very, very, very accurate showing as far as statistics go for Madden, but the score was not that hot just because the New Orleans Saints were able to pull out the victory at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But now we go on the road and face a team that we haven't quite, we're not really familiar with. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They've been riding the high Gardner Minshew hype. They're 2-3. Gardner Minshew's been doing great things for them, especially as a 6th-round pick. I love the mustache. The dude's a lovable guy. I don't really buy into him and being an amazing quarterback hype, but he is one of the funniest personalities, one of the coolest. He's a lovable character, and that's something I really respect about him. October 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, the New Orleans Saints play the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Now, in order for me to be a bystander to this game and not actually play it, I got to first of all put the Saints on the other side. I have to go ahead and click play now. I cannot do the whole play the franchise thing. I can't do any of that. I have to do it exactly as I'm doing it here because everything else has given me trouble. So, put the Jacksonville Jaguars at home and the New Orleans Saints away. Click in the middle. Yes, I do not want to play a team. I'm sorry for those that wanted the full playthrough this week. I really apologize. Those will be coming back. I will be doing full playthroughs beginning next week, hopefully. It's just the fact that I streamed for 2 hours tonight. It's already 10 p.m. I have school tomorrow. I have stuff to do, so I got to go ahead and just do the normal statistics for the Madden play prediction video. I'm really sorry about that, but that's just sadly the way it has to be. And yeah, let's get on with the video. So as we continue, we're going to go ahead and put on 15-minute quarters as requested by somebody else. The scoring of this game is probably going to be ridiculous. 12-minute quarters, sorry, as suggested by someone else. The scoring is probably going to be ridiculous, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm going to put it at 1 p.m. I like being realistic to the T. And now let's go ahead and advance to the game. All right, boys, as you can see, Teddy Bridgewater, Gardner Minshew is in. This is the full 100% updated rosters up until this point. Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn Jr., Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara, Zach Line, all of them. As you can see, we're going to sim this game like we usually do. So we're going to jump forward into the next quarter. We're going to be able to watch the plays as it happens. New Orleans, Jacksonville puts up a field goal, and that's it. So I forgot to set the quarters to 12 minutes because I had technical difficulties, and for some reason it wouldn't let me change the starting quarterback of Jacksonville from Nick Foles to Gardner Minshew, so I had to go back and click on a bunch of other crap. 6-minute quarters, so sorry about that. I accidentally jumped to the next play as well, but sorry about that, guys. I'll try to get that done next time just for a more realism/funny effect because that might be funny. All right, New Orleans puts up a field goal, responds. It is now 13-3 Jacksonville. Going into the half, 6-13 Jaguars. Not looking good for us Saints fans currently. Madden doesn't seem to like us too much, but let's see if we can turn it around. New Orleans gets the ball. Puts up a touch. Okay, 13. Okay, 20-13. Wow. Huge sequence of events. Don't even really know what happened. I didn't get to see much. But the Saints are now up 20-13 in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a very close game. The New Orleans Saints are only up 7 points. There are 6 minutes left, which in Madden time now is an entire quarter of football. So we're going to have to see if they can pull this win out. Madden predicted us to lose heartbreakingly against the Buccaneers. Let's hope they don't have us losing heartbreakingly to the Jaguars as well as I jump to the next play because I'm an idiot. My fault, boys. So let's go ahead and jump forward, jump to the next quarter, which is the end of the game. Let's see what happens. Jacksonville puts up a touchdown. New Orleans kicks a field goal and then puts a touchdown up. 30-20 is the final score in Jacksonville. Wow. The New Orleans Saints went on a 10 unanswered point run in the end of the fourth quarter and ended up, okay, Sheldon Rankins, player of the game, 6 tackles and 2 sacks. That's definitely something we're going to look at. The Sheldon Rankins, Shimmy Sheldon, has come back from that injury. I did leave Jalen Ramsey in, as you can see. The New Orleans Saints put up 14 in the third and 10 in the fourth to rally to a 30-20 win after being down 6-13 at the half. Beautiful play. They had 100 less passing yards, 100 more rushing yards, held Jacksonville to 68, very realistic, by the way, and had 5.7 average yards per play. Gardner Minshew and his mustache get dethroned in Jacksonville, and as you can see, he is not happy. So let's go ahead and look at these stats. A respectable 70.3, I think, is Teddy Bridgewater's exact season completion percentage. Either that or very close up until this point. He had 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gardner Minshew had 280 yards and 2 touchdowns with a 60.9 completion percentage, so he did play well. Now that we already went over quarterback play, let's look at one thing that may win the game here, and it is rushing play. Alvin Kamara diced up that defense. 24 attempts, 134 yards, and 1 touchdown. If you're going to win the game, that's how you're going to do it. Leonard Fournette had 10 attempts for 15 yards. Terrible running day for him. Divine Ozigbo, actually the one we released, was their leading rusher. 6 attempts for 25 yards. Very interesting right there. Everybody else had a bit of a rushing attack. Latavius Murray was 3 attempts for 14 yards. Not anything too crazy. Let's go look at this receiving game because I'm a bit interested. Wow, Marquise Lee, 6 receptions for 98 yards. Didn't think that was going to happen. Chris Conley, they both had touchdowns themselves. Ted Ginn Jr. had 6 receptions for 55 yards. Michael Thomas had 4 receptions for 24 yards. So Jalen Ramsey seemed to have got the best of him. Ignore Traquan Smith. He's not playing. Alvin Kamara had 3 receptions for 50 yards to go with his 134-yard rushing performance. So 184 total yards from scrimmage. Beautiful game by Alvin Kamara. That is the type of game we're going to need for him to win this game. DJ Chark got held by, assuming Marshawn Lattimore, to 1 reception for 14 yards. Beautiful. Josh Hill with his only reception being a 1-yard touchdown reception. That's pretty interesting. Jared Cook had the other touchdown, 1 reception for 4 yards. That's actually very, 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 very good. That means Jared Cook kind of got more involved in today's offense against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're not going to look at the blocking, but we will look at the defense. Demario Davis continues his amazing play with 11 solo tackles, 14 total tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. Fantastic. He had 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. Big day by him. Sheldon Rankins, as you've seen, the player of the game. 6 total tackles all by himself, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 sacks. Marshawn Lattimore had 5 sacks. Cameron Jordan, not 5 sacks, 5 tackles. Cameron Jordan had 5 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. No sacks, but that is very, very good. It's not looking like anybody had any turnovers whatsoever. I'm not seeing a single interception or any more sacks on the defensive sheet. So while the defense held teams out of the end zone for a decent amount of the time, they didn't really contribute that much in turning the ball over. As far as kicking goes, Will Lutz was a perfect 3 for 3. They think he's amazing in this game. Josh Lambo as well went 2 for 2. Both longs were 54. That's pretty interesting. Punting is punting. They had identical stats up until the net yardage position. Wow. Weird, Madden. Kick return. Taysom Hill had 2 kick returns for 50 yards. Interesting. And for punt returns, they still have Alvin Kamara and not Deontay Harris. So I don't even know if I want to look at the rest of that. So the New Orleans Saints, 113.3 quarterback rating for Teddy Bridgewater. They come into Jacksonville and beat Jacksonville 30-20. As you can see, the score summary looks like a piece of DNA. Goes up, down. So, beautiful play by the Saints. This is how we're going to have to get it done if we're going to get it done in Jacksonville. Limit Leonard Fournette, let Alvin Kamara have a big game, and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly the 3 things we did. We also did a good job on defense, but we need to create more turnovers than that. Other than that, fantastic game, clean game, no interceptions by Bridgewater. No fumbles or anything like that from Kamara and company. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is going to hold Michael Thomas to 20 yards, but, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do you agree with Madden? Go ahead and comment down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.
Ballin' like Barkley, wrist so sparkly, internet surfing.